harvest the green.
My parents never really listened to music. It was always like talk radio all the time. And I started listening to music at a young age. My older brother was influential. He was into music before I was. And, you know, I remember he got his first CD was like a Pearl Jam CD, like 10. And I was like, I hated it, I think. And he loved it. But I always looked up to him. So he had a guitar sitting around at the house and he never played it. It was like a classical guitar. So I ended up picking it up, trying to do Chuck Berry moves and stuff like that. And I still don't know how to do that to this day. It's pretty hard. But I've always loved music and playing guitar. And it was one of the only things I was really good at. I ended up just picking up the guitar, or just sleeping with the guitar, basically, I guess you would say, and like having it around all the time. I just liked to shred when I was growing up. I wasn't interested in singing. I wasn't interested in writing. That only came when I was like 20 years old, and that was at the encouragement of my friends who, you know, I was a copycat for a long time. I'd copy all my favorite artists, but I was never like individual. I wasn't myself, you know. I was just always copying somebody. And then my friends encouraged me to try it out, and I probably failed miserably, but that's how everything starts.
Yeah, people hate on my style. No judge, no jury, no trial. I'm the grim meter maid. Yeah.
Well, how I craft my songs are intentional. Sometimes I want a social issue to come out, but I don't want to ram my idea down people's throats. That's like a huge turnoff for me. I just don't like that. So I try to write a story where it's a first-person story or about a character who's in a situation where their life is affected by a social issue or politics. I try to entertain first and foremost, and if they learn something, great, but really it just has to be entertaining.
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, the new record is called Rhythm and Reason, and it's personal to me. Has a lot to do with immigration and xenophobia and, you know, cultures clashing. Something I grew up with a little bit, nothing crazy, but in this country and in Europe right now, it's just the topic at the forefront of everybody's minds is immigration, the refugee crisis over there, and but there's a lot of hatred, I would say. There's a lot of fear and hatred of people, and I wanted to address that in my album a little bit because I have a perspective that is somewhat unique, you might say. The events in Ferguson and around the country, but in Ferguson especially, did not surprise me. Growing up, everything was very divided. Money, the financial woes of black people in St. Louis is very clear. I learned that at an early age, and the neglect of the city towards the black residents was apparent as well. So when that happened, it really didn't surprise me at all, and it's important to me. It's very important. I think people should treat each other as you would your neighbor, and you know, you should welcome everybody with open arms, no matter who they are.
It's okay, stay there. You know who I am?
Yes, sir.
And you know why I'm here?
Yes. Moving to Brussels, which is the lead single off my record Rhythm and Reason, and I did a music video with Keegan-Michael Key for that one, so I had an idea for the video, and it was like kind of bad in retrospect, but about 5 days before we got to the studio to film it, I saw the movie Whiplash, and it just clicked. I was like, he should do that. That would be perfect, because I thought that movie was ridiculous. I thought it was like a horror movie for musicians, basically, like a total horror movie. And I was just like, I thought he could just nail it in his sleep, which he did. He's awesome.
Show me your rudiments. Stop. Don't just play a blues riff, okay? Van Halen. Stop. AC/DC. Stop. Something from Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry. Stop. Something else from Chuck Berry. Everybody knows how to play that.
That's all he
Stop,
does.
it's impossible. It was a trick question.
He's my best friend in the whole world. No, that's a lie. We're friends. I met him on a show in St. Paul, Minnesota. It's like a radio show in front of a live audience. They have a comedian and a musician each week, and I just happened to get paired up with him. I think he actually like chose me out of like 5 people that could have been on the show, and I think he said his exact words were, "B. Bhiman is the truth," and I was like, okay, cool, I'll take that. And I didn't know if the guy was BSing me because he didn't tell me that directly. We became friends, and I just kind of harassed him until he did the music video because he's so busy. He doesn't need to be doing music videos. He's doing feature films. He's doing television. He's doing, guesting in other people's films. So I luckily got him for a few hours on a Saturday morning in LA.
I'm moving to Brussels. I'm moving to Spain. I'm moving to Harlem. It's all the same.
I had a lesser role. I was just trying to hold my own. I can BS with some of the best of them. I mean, I've been BSing with you guys all day here since I got here. Yeah, you've noticed. Yeah. So I'm okay at that. So that wasn't that hard. It was a lot of fun, and I realized how lucky I was to get in front of him.
Keys are on the table. I decided I'm moving to
Stop. Not quite my tempo. Go.
I'm moving to.
Stop it. Go.
I'm moving to.
Nope. Fweet. That's what I'm looking for. Go.
I'm moving to.
Stop it. No, because not. That's what happened there. You Cosby'd it. Don't Cosby it. Go. Wrong. Go. Horrible. You're the wrong kind of brown because you clearly have no rhythm. Go.
I'm moving to Brussels. I'm moving to Spain.
Hello, this is B. Hi, this is B. Bhiman. You're watching Baeblemusic.